Today it's Nick's birthday. Nick, my adventure buddy, my life partner, the love of my life. And it's his birthday, and I thought I want to get him the best birthday present I could possibly get him. And so I bought a virtual reality headset. Awesome, he said. But that's not the best present I got him. The best little surprise that we got this morning was this. Oh, yeah. Now the first test I did, I thought it was wrong because I weed on the stick as you do, and the water went up and it passed, and there wasn't a first line, but there was a second line, and that means you're not pregnant. But then I put it down on the side and I kept having a look at it. It said it took 5 minutes to develop, but normally they just tell you straight away and it doesn't change. And I could see the faintest line. It was so faint. I even sent this picture to my friend and said, am I seeing things? Can you see this too? And then as more and more time went by, it got darker and darker. And so it looks like I'm going on the mummy adventure. But I'm determined that my adventuring is not going to stop. In fact, I'm even more motivated to make sure I get out there and find out what I can do through every stage of my pregnancy, what I'm allowed to do, what's safe to do, but how can I still find fun and happiness during the time when I look like a whale. Today I had my first proper morning sickness. I've been feeling nauseous for quite a few days, but this morning when I woke up, it didn't take long before I was throwing up. But I think the trick is to eat little and often to try and keep that nausea at bay. I'm now about to go to Nuffield Health to go and have my health MOT. Just had my health MOT done, and my blood glucose is fine, my everything basically is fine, but they couldn't do the like the lung capacity type aerobic test because my heart rate's very low. When they did my blood pressure and heart rate, my heart rate was around 55, and then when they tried to do the aerobic test with the band around my chest, monitoring my heart was going down to as low as 42 beats per minute, which is crazy. Probably why I'm feeling tired and a bit rubbish. 20 to 9, we're doing our first pregnancy gym workout. This is Nick's idea of a warm-up. Skipping down the corridor. Workout done. How was that for you? First workout in a while in a proper gym?
Crampy.
Crampy. Morning. Really struggling with nausea at the moment. Not been able to have proper breakfast at the normal time for a few days now. Last night had a bit of a scare, so I had some spotting, so a bit of bleeding, which you definitely don't want to have when you're pregnant for the first time. And so far this morning there's been no bleeding, so fingers crossed it was just one of those things and nothing bad is happening. Oh, but I just can't get over this sick feeling. It's so hard. Sun. So hard to function when you feel so sick. You know, I said I was bleeding a little bit the other day. Well, the bleeding's kind of gone on for about 5 days. And although it's really light, it's concerned me. So I spoke to the doctor today and they referred me to the hospital for a scan. The hospital's just phoned and I'm having my scan in 2 days to find out if everything's okay. Oh, I really want it to be okay. Eating is becoming a real issue. Food is really turning my stomach. There's a few things now that I can eat without wanting to be sick, and this is one of the things I can't get enough of. Mashed potato with ketchup, of course. We're going to meet our midwife for the first time, and then we're going to go and have a scan so we can so we can see if our baby's okay. So Mr. Ely, you're wearing your suit for this appointment, is that right?
It is right, yeah.
because this is serious business.
It's serious business.
So that went well. It was about an hour.
Long.
It was a long appointment. Lots of questions about like history and
There's loads of weird stuff about her.
yeah, all the skeletons came out of the closet. Gave blood, had to give a urine sample, but everything is good. Found out I'm a geriatric prima something or other, but that's what they call people who are having babies over the age of 35. And now it's still cold. We're rushing off to have a scan. So I decided it's time to buy some maternity wear. I need some maternity jeans and a maternity bra, and just having a look at what we've got. So I'm in Jojo Maman Bebe, and it's actually really reasonably priced. So most of the jeans are around £35 and the bras are around 20. So it looks like it's going to be a much easier job than I thought it was going to be. So I should try some stuff on. I haven't fast forwarded. You have this little thing that you can put down your pants to see how it's going to be, and this is what I'm going to look like. How are you feeling about that, babe? Happy about that?
Yay!
That's cool. I went for my 12-week scan, which I was very excited about and a little anxious about as well, because I had another week of fresh bleeding just before going to see the nurse, the sonographer. And so I wanted that reassurance that everything was okay, but also a little anxious because it's always scary when you have a bleed. And everything was fine. It was actually the most magical moment of the pregnancy so far, because not only did we get to see baby, who has grown so much. He's now 63 millimeters, I think the sonographer said. And you could see everything. You could see the spine, you could see his brain, you could see his little face, you could see arms and little hands and legs and little feet. And then partway through the appointment, the sonographer said that she needed to see him moving to make sure everything was okay, and that I could make him move by moving my body. But I didn't need to do that, because as moments after she mentioned it, he started moving around. It's like he had hiccups or something, because he was straightening out the curve in his back and just really kind of stretching out and then going back. And he did that a number of times, and then he appeared to roll over away from the camera, a bit camera shy. And honestly, it completely changes everything. Seeing the detail and seeing that it's a little human being as opposed to like a jelly bean, but also seeing it animated, seeing it move, it just suddenly makes it really real, I guess. Today we're out celebrating the end of the first trimester.
Cheers!
Cheers! Finally, I'm starting to feel so much better. I can't say I'm completely over it. I still feel bleh every now and again. But I am enjoying my food so much more, and I'm definitely much more energised. And so now is the time when we really need to make the most of this, what's supposed to be a lull in all the nasty symptoms. This is like supposed to be the honeymoon of the pregnancy. So we're going to make the most of this, aren't we?
It's come just in time for spring as well.
Yes, as you can see, the sun is shining. We're eating our ice lollies. Ow. It's actually very cold on my teeth. Keep Britain tidy. One thing I really love about Hampton Court Palace is that they have these gardens attached, which you're free to just roam around. Just just received the letter back from our tests that we did at our last hospital appointment, which test for the baby likely having Down syndrome, Edwards syndrome, and how do you say that one? Patu's syndrome.
Potatoes.
Potato syndrome, and as you can probably tell from our jovial mood, it's come back as a negative screen, which means that low chance, not at high risk of having a baby with any of those syndromes. Yes, congratulations. It's very, very good news. So yes, a good day of celebrations. We had ice lolly, we saw waddling ducks, and we've come home to some really nice good news. Everything's just going to continue to proceed as normal.